wherever you are, in the different countries, in the different continents, world over, wherever you are. We extend you a very warm welcome, and that should be in the afternoon, wonderful sunny afternoon in India. And we extend a very hearty welcome to our distinguished guests, those who have joined us this afternoon for this wonderful next journey. Today, we complete 350 webinars during this lockdown, right from 25th of March. And the entire focus is like doctors, nurses, and paramedical people. They are great warriors. Our teachers, our educators, our trainers, everybody, when we take into consideration, they are also great warriors for us. And this evening, they all are with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, we extend them a very warm welcome. We extend you also a very warm welcome. And it's a pleasure what we are going to discuss this afternoon, that is strategies for special talents. So when we talk about the new education policy, in that we are going to take on a journey and a wonderful deliberations, all of us together. 29th of July, the government of India gave the new education policy which has come into existence. I'm sure हमारे सभी प्रिंसिपल महोदय ने अपने अपने टीचर्स और अपने बच्चों से भी कहा होगा कि वो प्रोग्रामर हमारे साथ यूट्यूब पर लाइव आए. So either you can come on GS Motivator or you can come on Dr. Gulshan Sharma, but we would request you to kindly log in and be a part of it because we will have some deliberations. हम सब लोग आपस में बातचीत करेंगे. The basic aim is to empower the entire education system and what best we can do. And when we talk about these gifted children, who are they? These gifted students, how they are to be empowered, that is the journey we are going to take this afternoon. On behalf of our chamber, ICSI, International Chamber for Service Industry, we extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Next Education is with us in this journey. They are doing a wonderful job. Last evening, for the first time, I had a detailed presentation and I understood how wonderful job Next Education actually is doing in the country. And they are equipping the teachers, the youth, and they're also doing hand-holding for the parents. It's a wonderful job what they're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, our chamber extends a very warm welcome to all of you. And I wish to share quickly with all of us, this is a wonderful journey which we have got throughout the week with all of us. We start on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All 7 days in a week, I must share with you, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have got teachers and youth empowerment. Friday, right from Singapore, we have got water management strategies. Then Saturday from Chicago, Swami Vivekanand ji, 11th September 1893, Sisters and Brothers of the Universe. Yeah. And there we have got education and youth empowerment. And then on Sunday, we have got micro, small, and the medium enterprise. That is the children after education, they are looking forward to some kind of an opening for themselves. उसके बाद ये सारे कार्यक्रम शाम को 5 बजे होते हैं, which we have got. Then on Saturdays, we have got a special program for you on Ayurveda in the evening. Sunday morning, we take you all the way to Hollywood and we go to Universal Studio. दरवाजा खुलता है और सामने है वुडबरी यूनिवर्सिटी, जहां से लाइव प्रोग्राम आता है अमेरिका से. श्रीमद् भगवत गीता और भारत के प्रिंसिपल जो हमारे उपनिषद हैं उनके बारे में एवरी संडे इन द मॉर्निंग एट 9:30. संडे को शाम को 3 बजे आसियान का प्रोग्राम होता है. इफ वी ऑल नो द बुद्धिज्म स्प्रेड फ्रॉम इंडिया टू आसियान एंड साउथ ईस्ट एशिया. इट हैज गॉट ए ग्रेट बाउंड्री वॉल विद नॉर्थ ईस्ट पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया, जो हमारी 8 बहुत खूबसूरत स्टेट्स हैं जिनको भारत के प्रधानमंत्री अष्टलक्ष्मी कहते हैं, उनको आसियान के साथ हम लोग सेलिब्रेट करते हैं. एंड देन संडे इवनिंग द लास्ट प्रोग्राम, that is at 8 p.m. ये नॉन रेजिडेंट इंडियंस की तरफ से आता है, क्योंकि हमारा चेंबर right from 1994 भारतीय प्रवासी दिवस, when we talk about from 2003, so initially how the confluence of non-resident Indians started world over, different countries में, different continents में, different stations पर, these people are doing remarkable job. Then there was a demand from the country कि बहुत सारे युवक ऐसे हैं जो बेसिकली युवा पीढ़ी चाहती है एक हिंदी में कार्यक्रम हो, तो रोजाना दोपहर को 12:30 बजे आपके लिए खास कार्यक्रम होता है, व्हाट डज यूथ वांट, आज की युवा पीढ़ी क्या चाहती है, नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल। ये कार्यक्रम दोपहर को 12:30 बजे होता है। और अभी नेक्स्ट एजुकेशन के साथ ये एक स्पेशल प्रोग्राम है, that is from 3 o'clock onward. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our chamber, when we talk about world over, our chamber has done wonderful research in last 6 months. The world is now 150 countries का पूरा synthesis निकालने के बाद, when we work out the packaging and the strategy, I wish to share with all of you that basic food, basic health, and digital education, when you have to take together, it is very important we all have to understand that the world is no more B2B, business to business. It is called back to basics of life. हमको सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट करना होगा और हम सब लोगों को इकट्ठे मिलकर प्रयास करना होगा। Whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let's come together. Let's move together. Let's make education relevant. So it's a global confluence of all of us together. Ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon, we are privileged. We have got Abhishek ji, who is the Managing Director, Jamdangni Public School. He is joining us from Haridwar. Madam Madhumita, she is the principal of the ACME Bakan School. This is located in Varanasi. Then we have got Mrityunjay ji. Mrityunjay ji is a principal that is in Gujarat, Sanatan International Academy. Then we have got Arnab Mukherjee. He is the principal, Mount Litra Z School. This is located in West Bengal. Pradeepa ji is my colleague because we are from the chamber ICSI and she is from the Next Education. And Mr. Avinash, the principal, Sant Atulanand Residential Academy, has yet to join us for this particular program. So with these words, ladies and gentlemen, we extend a very warm welcome to all of you. It's a pleasure to have all of you. And आज जैसे छठ पूजा है, Dr. Madhumita ma'am told us. So let us start the journey from Kashi. आपसे काशी भी कहिए, विश्वनाथ भी कहिए, उसे वाराणसी भी कहिए, उसे प्राइम मिनिस्टर जी की कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी भी कहिए, और उसे बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी भी कहिए, उसे चाहे डॉक्टर मधुमिता मित्रा जी भी कहिए। लेट्स गो टू वाराणसी एंड वी स्टार्ट द जर्नी राइट फ्रॉम देयर। उसके बाद मैं आपको गुजरात लेके चलूंगा, गुजरात के बाद आपको वेस्ट बंगाल लेके चलूंगा, और वेस्ट बंगाल के बाद आपको उत्तराखंड में हरिद्वार लेके चलूंगा, और फिर आपको तमिलनाडु लेके चलूंगा। और कोई पैसा आपसे चार्ज नहीं किया जाएगा, क्योंकि भारत के माननीय प्रधानमंत्री बोल रहे हैं कि इस समय डोमेस्टिक टूरिज्म को प्रमोट करो और डोमेस्टिक टूरिज्म को लेके चलो। तो इतनी अच्छी यात्रा आपको इन सारी जगहों में कराएंगे, इन लोगों के विचार भी सुनेंगे, इनसे बातचीत भी करेंगे। जो हमारे टीचर्स हैं, जो हमारे एजुकेटर्स हैं, जो हमारे प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, और जितने भी हमारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो हमारे साथ YouTube पर जुड़ रहे हैं, आपको GS मोटिवेटर्स का चैनल हमने बता दिया है। ये प्रोग्राम क्योंकि YouTube पर लाइव टेलीकास्ट है, तो आप आइए प्रोग्राम में जुड़िए। मैं सभी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, हर एक प्रिंसिपल अपने टीचर और अपने बच्चों को बोले कि वो इस प्रोग्राम में जुड़े। जब वो जुड़ते जाएंगे तो मैं उनके नाम बताता जाऊंगा, नाम बोलता जाऊंगा, और जिस स्कूल के सबसे ज्यादा टीचर और बच्चे जुड़ेंगे उसको तो इनाम मिलना ही चाहिए। तो ये कहीं ना कहीं हमारे प्रोग्राम में कमी है, और जो इस प्रोग्राम को कोऑर्डिनेट कर रहे हैं ज्ञानेंद्र जी हैं, क्या नाम है उनका, मैंने डॉक्टर चित्रा कपूर मैम को भी बोला है कि एडवांस में सबको बताया जाए, सभी टीचर और सभी बच्चे जुड़ने चाहिए, क्योंकि इतना प्रयास करने के बाद अगर टीचर और बच्चों को फायदा ना हो तो फिर हमारे प्रयास का कोई मतलब नहीं है. वी आर पुटिंग इन सो मच ऑफ एफर्ट्स, बट देयर शुड बी एडवांटेज टू द ह्यूमैनिटी एंड ह्यूमैनिटी शुड गेट अ बेनिफिट ऑफ इट. सो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट, क्योंकि अभी मैं देख रहा हूँ यूट्यूब के ऊपर कि यूट्यूब चैनल के ऊपर तो अभी मेरे साथ सिर्फ पार्टिसिपेंट्स जुड़े हैं जो इसमें हैं, लेकिन अभी तक बच्चों तक और टीचर तक मैसेज नहीं पहुंचा है. क्योंकि रोजी अरोड़ा, शी इज फ्रॉम पंजाब, शी इज फ्रॉम दिस प्लेस, शी इज ज्वाइनिंग. तो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट, लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस इवनिंग विद डॉक्टर मधुमिता जी. काइंडली शेयर योर व्यूज फॉर 5 मिनट्स. पहला राउंड हम 5 मिनट का रखेंगे, उसके बाद तब तक लोग जुड़ते जाएंगे और उसके बाद हम फिर सेकेंड राउंड में जाएंगे. So with these words, I extend a very hearty welcome and opening remarks from Dr. Madhumita Mitra ji.
Hearty good afternoon, Dr. Sharma, the panelists out here, Team ICSI, Team Next Education, and all the virtual viewers. Before talking about the strategies for special talented children and gifted students and equipping ourselves as teachers, just a note that these gifted children, what are their qualities of them? See, they learn more quickly and independently than their peers. They often have well-developed vocabulary and reading and writing skills. They are very motivated and love to take challenging tasks. They hold themselves to higher than usual standards of achievements. Contrary to a common level, such gifted or talented students span all races, genders, ethnicities, and socioeconomic levels. The most valuable experience a potential student can have is the exposure with the right mentor. Now, what are the common struggles? Before going through the strategies, we should know the common struggles these gifted and talented students face with. These gifted children, by nature, are highly inquisitive beings who normally should become high achievers as a result of their curiosity, experimentation, discoveries, assimilation, organization, and uses of information and memory. But ironically, in spite of their obvious strengths and learners, such students often languish in school, perhaps due to apathy, like teachers from our ends and school management. Here, I would like a teacher to be put in place of a gifted child. Imagine, Kariye, what your behavior would be. Like if I tell you you have been a teacher of high school or class 12 and you were told to teach class 2, or what if you were a Mozart and you were told you had to take beginning music classes because of your age? This is often the experience of the gifted child. So what does these lead to? Consequences क्या होते हैं इसके? Such children are made into underachievers as a result of specific handicaps. A dull and meager curriculum and inappropriate teaching strategies that are incompatible with their learning styles. And failing to identify such gifted and talented students, I would quote them as G and T students, we risk damage to individuals and also to society by not encouraging them to value add through their exceptional abilities. Solution बहुत सारे हैं, but एक major चीज है कि therefore such students who range between not much 5 to 10% of the school population are regarded as the responsibility of special education, and the role of the teacher comes into limelight. I would like just to say, because I have 5 minutes for this first round, so how the teachers need to equip themselves. Being a regular classroom teacher can be both an exciting and overwhelming experience. Just not 10 to 2 wala job or 7 to 3 wala job. No, not that job. Something which comes from here. We have to, however, handle the talented student. The teacher has to work upon 3 cardinal beliefs, personally, what I think, besides several other aspects. And these vital 3 aspects, and then I will stop and will continue with our rest of the forum, and then back I will come with a solution. So these 3 vital aspects, what it could be, like while differentiating instructions, the teacher has to also focus upon the talented ones and not only upon the most weak students that we generally do in a class of 40 or 35. It should be at the back of the teacher's mind that the most difficult student in his classroom is the one who finishes every assignment in less than 5 minutes and requires constant redirectional motivation. The teacher also, this is the third vital aspect that I'm talking, the teacher also needs to familiarize himself or herself with the traits of intellectually gifted students. Because as I said earlier, they come from all ethnic groups. They are both boys and girls. They live in both rural and urban areas. So teachers also need to modify the work upon the followings that I will talk in the next upcoming 5 minutes, if sir will allow further. And whatever sir says for, sir, shall I continue with the remodeling of the curriculum which I want to speak, or shall I stop at the moment out here?
Ma'am, we will take in the second round if
Dr.
you
Sharma?
permit. If you permit, we will take in the second round, ma'am.
Fine, sir. That is
Yeah,
what,
if
that
you
is what,
permit, we will take in the
okay.
second round, ma'am. Thank you very much. It's a wonderful beginning. आप तब तक अपने बच्चों को इकट्ठा कीजिए, अपने टीचर्स को इकट्ठा कीजिए.
Fine,
मृत्युंजय
sir.
जी,
Yeah,
मृत्युंजय शुक्ला जी, let's have your views.
yeah. Namaskar, Dr. Sharma and the other panel members and the viewers. First of all, I appreciate the efforts of the team ICSI and the team Next Education Private Limited for organizing such a wonderful series of webinars. And I hope that if it is going to make some record, because sir is saying that today we are completing 50 years and within a short span of time and day and night the webinars are going on. So really it will be going to helpful for each and every sector of the society. That is the main thing. You are covering each and every part of the society. Now, coming to the topic, first let us me put a light on the talent. What is actually a talent? Some people think that it is genetical. It may have some role of genetics, but definitely not the complete role. Otherwise, the descendant of a scientist would have been a scientist, descendant of a cricketer would have been a cricketer, descendant of a leader would have been a leader. But as you know that our prime minister does not have any political background. I don't think anything is there in genes, his genes, but still he's nowadays a global leader. MS Dhoni, no background in cricket, but still he brought the World Cup with his leadership. So that definition does not go completely. Similarly, if one says that only the training can make a person talented in a particular field, that is also, I feel, not completely true. Otherwise, all the privileged people who can arrange all the resources available for a particular area, for a particular field, will only excel in that field and they will become talented. So only this definition also goes wrong. So I came across a definition which I liked and I feel that this fits the actual what is meaning by talent, that genes play a significant role in talent. They form the way individuals respond to certain stimuli and how they seek out specific experiences. But the environment is equally important for talent identification and development. For example, a child with an ear for music does not necessarily become a musical genius without access in musical instruments. Or a good tutor, a talent becomes an enduring ability only with the efforts and practice. So this way, talent has role of both. It is inborn also, and it can be further polished and developed by the mentors.
Wonderful.
The definition of what I feel that the natural aptitude and inner quality that emerges effortlessly, that is a talent. It should not be get confused with the skill. Skill is acquired. A person may have talent from the inborn, but skill is acquired. So whenever you talk about skill and talent, we should be able to differentiate it, what is talent and what is skill. And schools are the best place where the talents can be nurtured. Talent when I use the word, I mean that it is a rate at which you get better with the efforts. If so many children or persons are put to the same condition for a training, definitely they will learn one day or the other. Karat karat abhyas te jad mat ho sudan. But talented one would be that who learns at a speedy rate. The rate of learning would be more in that particular field. That will be a talented person. So in the, I think next round, I will let's discuss why the schools are the best place for recognizing the talents and how they can be groomed. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Meanwhile, when I go to Arnab ji, I would request Dr. Madhumita and Shukla ji,
Yeah.
kindly tell your teachers and tell your students to join on the YouTube. हमें पार्टिसिपेशन चाहिए, तभी मैं सवाल पूछ पाऊंगा और तभी मैं ले पाऊंगा. और एक चीज और है, टैलेंट इज नेचुरल, स्किल इज एक्वायर्ड. अभी हम स्किल से भी आगे चले गए हैं. देयर इज अ वर्ड कॉल्ड कॉम्पिटेंसीज, because now the world has moved on from skill to competencies. So we will take it on in the next round. We will discuss about. Now may I request Mr. Arnab Mukherjee to kindly share his views, please.
Very good afternoon, Dr. Gulshan Sharma and all my co-panelists. I would like to extend my warm greetings to Next Education for taking such a brilliant initiative to bring all the intellectuals under the one shed. The opportunities Next Education creates for our partner schools are really praiseworthy. I also extend my greetings to all the teachers, parents, and all other viewers of this discussion. The newly launched National Education Policy in 2020 really needs to be clarified now, I think, amongst all those who are going to be benefited by it. Is all about the strategies to be followed as per the NEP by the teachers for the special talents or gifted students. Might be in the very second round, I will talk about the, if I get opportunity, I will try to discuss on the topic, the strategies to be followed by the teachers for the gifted students. But before that, in this 5 minutes, I just want to focus on the basic 2 points. The 2 words, gifted and the talent. There is a very common question easily comes in our mind, being a principal or being a teacher, how to find a gifted child, how to find a talented child. Is it really required to be talented to find a talent? Is it required to find a gifted child to be gifted? So can we come to a solution that if I am not a gifted teacher, if I am also not a gifted child in my genuinity, will I be able to find out a gifted child? If a teacher is not able to really find out who is gifted or who is talented, will the teachers or will we really able to do the justice with them? As per the global ratio, in my consideration, it is estimated that students who are gifted and highly talented encompasses 5 to 15%, not more than that, in academics, in creativity, in music, in dance, in art, in leadership, different areas they can be talented, they can be gifted. As very nicely Mrityunjay sir has quoted that as the skills can be acquired. Very true. But now when we come to the topic of gifted and the talent, is there a difference between these 2 words? That he is a gifted child and he is a talented child. Which child needs what type of support from the teachers? Do the both students who is gifted and the talented need the same kind of support from the teacher side? These all things we can discuss on the topic when we will go regarding the strategies to be followed for the gifted and the talented students. So thanks for giving me the opportunity regarding the ice-breaking session. Thank you, sir.
God bless you. God bless you. Arnab Mukherjee ji, you are from West Bengal, na?
Sir, I belong from West Bengal and I'm working in Motihari.
Okay, and that is in Bihar. That is Motihari is in Bihar. I think I lost your signal. I lost your signal, Mr. Mukherjee.
It is
I
very
lost
much
your,
in Bihar, yeah.
yeah. So I think I got to, because somebody sent across a message to me that instead of
Sir,
he belongs to West Bengal, but at present the school is in Bihar, and he says
exactly, sir.
Nitish Kumar ji will feel bad. You please write Bihar. I said okay, I will write Bihar. Right. So somebody sent across to me. Let him be happy. Let him be happy. So thank you very much. It was so well quoted, and you mentioned, very kind of you. Let me
Thank you,
come
sir.
to Mr. Abhishek ji. Abhishek ji, kindly unmute your mic. And we got to have, क्योंकि आप तो बहुत पवित्र जगह पर हैं. Ultimately, destination is there only, हरिद्वार, because काशी तो सारे नहीं पहुंच पाते, लेकिन हरिद्वार तो जाना ही पड़ता है. So the thing is, because this journey in this universe with nature is temporary, whatever we can contribute best to the humanity, let us try it out. काशी नहीं पहुंचेंगे तो हरिद्वार तो पहुंचे कम से कम. So I would request now Abhishek ji to kindly share his views with all of us.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sharma. First of all, very good afternoon to all the listeners and my respected counterparts. To flash, they have tried their best to flash a positive light on the given topic. My counterparts has used English as the medium to communicate with our listeners. So we are 4 people and 3 of them are using English as their medium. So I'll choose the other one. I'll go with Hindi. So
मजा आ गया, आ जाइए. सिर्फ ये है कि प्रदीपा मैम को समझ आना चाहिए. ओके, चलिए.
I'm sorry, Pradeepa ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Coming to the topic,
हाँ.
जब हम टैलेंट की बात कर रहे हैं, तो टैलेंट उस बच्चे में भी है जो स्कूल आ रहा है और उसमें भी है जो स्कूल नहीं आ पा रहा है.
हाँ.
रस्सियों में रस्सी पे एक छोटी सी बच्ची दोनों पैरों से बैलेंस करके चल रही है, वो कभी स्कूल नहीं गई, वो भी एक टैलेंट है. मैं हरिद्वार में रह रहा हूँ और गंगा जी में रस्सी से सिक्कों पर अचूक निशाना साध करके उन सिक्कों को पकड़ के अपनी आजीविका चलाने वाले बच्चे में भी टैलेंट है, वो भी कभी स्कूल नहीं गया है. और खेतों में जो अनाज हम तक पहुंच रहा है, हमें नहीं पता वो किसी स्कूल गोइंग बच्चे ने काटा है या एक अनपढ़ व्यक्ति ने काटा है, लेकिन उसको बोना, उसको उपजाना और हमारे घर तक पहुंचाना, वो भी एक टैलेंट का हिस्सा है. तो केवल अगर हम इस टॉपिक को इतने में सीमित कर देंगे कि स्कूल और स्कूल गोइंग चिल्ड्रन में ही टैलेंट है और उसी की हमको तलाश करनी है, तो शायद मुझे लगता है कि हम टॉपिक में सिमट करके रह जाएंगे और इसका एक्सपेंशन कम होगा. जहां तक एक डॉक्टर अर्नब ने बहुत अच्छी बात कही कि इज इट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैव टैलेंट टू फाइंड टैलेंट. सो अगर हम इस चीज को लेकर पुराने जो इतिहास के हमारे धुरंधर हमारे सामने रहे हैं, अगर उनको देखें, तो मुझे लगता है कि कोई तो ऐसा व्यक्ति रहा होगा जिसने देखा कि सचिन तेंदुलकर जैसा एक छोटा सा 10 साल का बच्चा बाकी के 10 बच्चों से अच्छी कवर ड्राइव लगा रहा है और उन्होंने उस चीज पे फोकस किया. मुझे लगता है कि एक कोई ऐसा व्यक्ति रहा होगा जिसने देखा कि एक नाव चलाने वाला अब्दुल कलाम का जैसा एक बच्चा, जिसके पास पढ़ने के लिए कोई संसाधन भी नहीं थे, लेकिन उनको लगा कि हाँ, इसकी साइंस में रुचि और कुछ कर सकता है, तो उन्होंने उस पर फोकस किया होगा. तो आई थिंक इस जो डॉक्टर अर्नब ने जो बात उठाई है कि टैलेंट को पहचानने के लिए भी एक टैलेंट चाहिए, तो उस चीज पे भी हम एक पॉजिटिव चर्चा हमको करनी चाहिए, ताकि हमारे टीचर्स का जो माइंडसेट है उस प्रति थोड़ा सा डाइवर्ट हो कि एक टैलेंट को निकालने के लिए हमें किस प्रकार का व्यू पॉइंट हमारे सामने हमको रखना चाहिए. दूसरा, अगर हम टैलेंट को आइडेंटिफाई करने में सक्सेस होते हैं, तो क्या हम नर्चर करने के लिए हम वेल इक्विप्ड हैं, जो टॉपिक का हमारा एक पार्ट है. क्या उस टैलेंट को नर्चर करने के लिए हमारे पास इक्विपमेंट हैं? मुझे लगता है आज हैं, लेकिन आज से अगर हम 2-3 शताब्दी 2-3 सदियां पीछे चले जाएं, तो जैसे अभी डॉक्टर शर्मा ने कहा कि आप तो शिक्षा मंत्री की कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी से आते हैं, तो मैं आपको बताऊं कि हमारे शिक्षा मंत्री एक माली के बेटे हैं और पहाड़ के बहुत ही गरीब और बहुत ही साधारण परिवार से निकले हुए व्यक्ति हैं, और उन्होंने जो शिक्षा दीक्षा प्राप्त करी है वो हरिद्वार में रह के ही करी है। तो मैंने उनको जीवन को भी बहुत निकट से पढ़ा है और समझने की कोशिश करी है। एक छोटे से कमरे में, किराए के कमरे में रह करके और 2 जोड़ी कपड़ों के साथ एक कलम और पेपर ले करके उन्होंने उस समय पे कविताएं लिखना शुरू किया, और उन्होंने उस समय लिखा जब सुबह का खाना खाने के बाद शाम का, रात का खाने का पता नहीं होता था, तब उन्होंने लिखा कि मैं पहाड़ का भाग्य विधाता बनूंगा। तो क्या वो टैलेंट नहीं था? एक बच्चा जो किराए के कमरे में रह रहा है, रात के खाने का पता नहीं है, और वो कह रहा है, उसकी कल्पना ऐसी कह रही है कि मैं पहाड़ का भाग्य विधाता बनूंगा। अब उस समय उस टैलेंट को कितने लोगों ने पहचाना होगा या नहीं पहचाना होगा, ये तो नहीं कह सकते। आपने आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का भी जिक्र किया। मुझे लगता है कि आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी जब तक 12वीं कक्षा में रहे होंगे, वो एक बहुत ही साधारण जो शिक्षार्थी होते हैं, बहुत साधारण स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, उन्हीं प्रकार से रहे होंगे, और एक लीडरशिप का टैलेंट उस समय शिक्षकों में शायद वो नजर नहीं आ पाया होगा, पर वो था और आने वाले समय में आगे सब पूरे भारत ने उसको देखा। मुझे लगता है कि 5 मिनट का समय मेरा हो गया है, आगे मौका मिलेगा तो इस चीज पे मैं और थोड़ा फोकस करने की कोशिश करूंगा।
थैंक यू वेरी मच अभिषेक जी। आपने बहुत अच्छे से समथिंग वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग यू हैड पुट इट अक्रॉस। और 2-3 चीजें हैं कि मेरे और प्रधानमंत्री जी के टाइम में 12वीं नहीं होती थी, 11वीं होती थी। हम लोगों ने हायर सेकेंडरी की थी। और जहां तक डॉक्टर रमेश पोखरियाल निशंक जी का सवाल है, उनकी तीनों बेटियों में से एक जो जल संरक्षण पर हमारे साथ काम कर रही हैं अभी, आरुषि जो है, और दूसरी बिटिया, क्योंकि आपके हरिद्वार के नजदीक में ही देहरादून है, तो उन्होंने, उनकी दूसरी बेटी ने आर्मी ज्वाइन की है, एंड आई वाज आल्सो मेजर इन द आर्मी। सो आई रिकलेक्ट ऑल दोज थिंग्स कि कितनी स्ट्रगल, कितनी मेहनत, कितने एफर्ट्स, कितनी सिंसियरिटी से उस इंसान ने इस सारी चीज को संजोया है। तो आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट वेरी वेल। नाउ लेट मी टेक यू टू सतगुरु सिटी, बिकॉज सारी रात जो महाशिवरात्रि का फंक्शन कोयम्बटूर में होता है, I will take you now to Pradeepa ma'am, and we will discuss things now from all the way from Coimbatore. So Pradeepa ma'am, let's hear you.
Thank you so much, sir. So good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Now, coming to today's topic, like strategies for this talented child or the gifted students. We all, all my co-panelists have given the insight on who's the talented child or who's the gifted child. They have given the insight on who's that. So I don't want to repeat the same. Okay, so coming to the teacher's point of view, right? Coming to the teacher's point of view, where teachers will find who is the gifted child or the talented child. As we all know, the talented child or the gifted one will be like learning this, anything which is taught to them will be in a very fast pace, right? Now, how to identify? So, as I said before, all my panelists have told who's the talented child or the gifted child. How to identify? As a teacher, how will I identify? So there is few ways to identify them. The first will be, that kind of children will ask a lot of questions. They will kill the teachers with questions and a different sort of questions, right? And they will be very curious in whatever topic we are teaching. They will be very curious on it. So that is the first way where you can find this is kind of gifted child or the talented one. Now the second one, they will always have their own approach. Whether you give an assignment, whether you give an assessment, when you ask questions, the way of answering, everything, they will have their own way of approach. It's not like the same one. If someone says no, many of the children will be like saying yes, yes. They will go with the answers which is told by the other children. But when this type of children is like, accessing or, like approaching, the approach is like something different. Okay, the old way of approach. That is the second point. Now coming to the third one. They always have the original ideas. this kind of children will always have the original ideas. They will come up with original ideas. It is not like influenced by some people, or taking ideas, or taking any inputs from some other. No, they always come up with original ideas of their own. That's the third one. And obviously they are intellectually advanced, cognitively they are too advanced. And they will be able to learn new skills just as their own teacher. They will be their own teacher for them. If there is a new skill, they will teach themselves. That is one way of identifying again. And and they will be feeling bored quickly. They will feel bored, so teachers have to be like ready with the activities for them in a different way, and engaging way, and even the concept what is taught, that progression has to be like in a more advanced way. So these are the few ways how we are going to identify the gifted or the like talented ones. That's the first thing as a teacher, or from my point of view, or as a teacher point of view, this is the first point we need to have. Identify the student, identify the super and the talented or the gifted students. Then we can nourish and we can implement the strategies like whatever we have, right? So in my second round, I'll just have few strategies on how to go about with the super talented and the gifted child. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, Dr. Madhivata ma'am, in this round, I've got a little curiosity, question, anxiety, anything you can call it, and that is applicable for everybody, which I wish to understand. In school, you have got a principal, you have got a vice principal, you have got teachers, you have got physical activities teacher, you have got dance, music, art, whatever is there, preparing for functions and all, taking out their talents and hobbies and everything, and some teacher. Then you have got a very important person. In some schools you don't have, that is called counselors. Now coming to my mind is that how the teacher is to be made ready, because everybody is not using next education inputs at this point of time. Because when I look at the entire India, there are approximately 100,000. That means 1 lakh private schools. So approximately 12,000 schools are using at present next education software and whatsoever is their program, which is a wonderful program. I educated myself on that. And when I have gone through, I liked it so much because I realized that even if the homework has to be given or when the answers are coming from children, we come to know that which child is how talented. And then accordingly, the questions are being posed and things are being given and homework is given. Now, we say train the teachers, right? Empowering the teacher is the most difficult challenge and difficulty in the new education policy. So my question comes over here is now, like you have a designations in the schools, principal, vice principal, counselor, teacher, mathematics teacher, physics teacher, this teacher, that teacher. Should there be a talent extraction teacher also? Or should the counselor be specially equipped? Should the counselor be specially trained? And so-called to be trained, then where to be trained, how to be trained, and then another very important thing, who will evaluate whether that counselor has acquired that skill or not to see this super special, naturally talented children.
Right, sir. Your inquisitiveness shows that you are talented and gifted. So I will answer it. But before answering, I just want to discuss this remodeling the thing. Yes. I will answer all this in these terms. Like you told about the counselor's role, the teachers, how will they aptly judge for whatever being done is in a proper direction or not. Now for this, there are three things that we can do. Firstly, it is in the hand of the principal or the administration to select the teachers who are apt for they know what sort of students they are having and what are their requirements. So they should judge that how and what sort of teachers they are deputing. Then these teachers should be given a free hand at least to remodel the curriculum. See, when we remodel the curriculum, just not the dhak ke teen path thing that continuously past 5 years or 6 years, the same thing being micro teaching plans and things being regulated for. We can remodel the curriculum and compact the curriculum, make it student centered and provide enrichment activities to free yourself to work with individuals, such type of children. We can implement a multi-level and multi-dimensional curriculum to address differences in the rate, then depth and pace of learning of the students. When we will judge the pace of learning, we will come to know that whether these students are being pacified, they are being justified or not. Thirdly, teach research skills. So you were telling how to cope up with, that is what? Teach research skills for accessing information and higher level thinking skills for processing it. Garbage in, garbage out. If we will give proper information, they will be doing the research, the processing will be in that context. Then secondly, interaction. Here comes the role of the counselor. Provide opportunities for these gifted children to interact with other gifted children and the counselors. It can be across class levels, schools. There can be many competitions, collaborative projects can be there. And few facts every teacher has to keep in mind. Always remember that gifted children are similar in many ways to the average child in the classroom. They are not labeled here, or they do not have two horns, something like that. So we should not place unrealistic expectations and pressures on them. Gifted children may not excel in all areas. They may be good in one particular and may not be good in the other. So consider the parental, sir, how we will finally go for the thing which we really, हम लोग एक feedback form से घबरा जाते हैं. एक feedback form भरेंगे, पता नहीं क्या answer आएगा. But I personally think that we should consider parental input about the education of these gifted children. You know, parents of such children, the talented ones, are often very active advocates for their child. They offer to collaborate with, we can really collaborate with them and be willing to make accommodations if parents can do the necessary research. If we cannot do it into our that hangama, all activities and all those 5 hours or 6 hour work, we can collaborate with the parents. The counselor can speak to them. Consider the parental input about the education of their gifted child, so we can go further with this collaboration. And very important thing, the psychological security. जो आप बात बोल रहे थे कि कैसे चीजों को हैंडल होगा, काउंसलर होगा या कोई टैलेंट एक्सट्रैक्शन मेथड होना है. Address the counseling needs to each student to support emotional growth. ये आजकल IQ से भी ज्यादा strong EQ हो गया है. That emotional quotient has been required. That emotional growth is needed. Some gifted students have issues which on daily basis when I talk to them, I find that it is regarding anger, which I could never think of. It is boredom even, delinquency, isolation, depression, protectionism. They are overprotected about some of their peers and overprotected about their "मैं first नहीं आया" or "I couldn't perform, I have this label." And dropping out of school is also there. This is only 20 to 25% about these gifted students have emotional difficulties too. Here the role of a teacher as a counselor and we principals as administrators emerges. Guide the student to set their goals. It can be aggressive, it can be realistic, it can be within reasonable time frame. Any such goal we can consider for. And talking about NEPs, yes, NEPs have given such. I will just wind up in the thing. NCRT and NCT, this NEP 2020 is the demarcating thing which developed guidelines for such type of education for these gifted children. It is very much quoted there. B.Ed program may also allow a specialization in the education of gifted children, which was earlier not there. Teachers to encourage students with singular interest, vocational things, by giving them supplementary enrichment material and guidance. Online apps with competitions, assessments, enrichment materials, and online communities. If not Next Education, then Diksha app can be there for the government students. Shared interest can be there, will be developed as a group activity. So, sir, I would just frame up the thing in one. Gifted child is a precious jewel. Gifted education program is to shape these jewels to make them shine better so that they can enlighten the world. And we together will be able to do, certainly not today, not immediately, but surely.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well said. Well said. Mrityunjay Shukla ji, your views. Quick round. Quick round. Yes. अनम्यूट कीजिए, अनम्यूट कीजिए, अनम्यूट कीजिए. ये टेक्नोलॉजी भी बड़ा तंग करती है. हाँ जी.
That's why a host should be there. Coordinator should be there.
Please go ahead.
So as you said, whether the question was whether the coordinators for talented students were required or only the counselor is sufficient. What I feel that the talents are evaluated in different areas. There are n number of areas where a child can show the talent. It may be academics. In academics, there are n number of subjects. In co-scholastic areas, music, dance, drama, sports, n number of sports. So a single counselor cannot, I personally feel that a single counselor cannot guide properly the particular child in that particular field, because one cannot have the knowledge of each and every field, that particularly deep knowledge which is required. So I feel for various areas, like in every school, there are various departments, music department, sports department, teachers are also there. And we have the HODs also. So by recognizing the particular senior person who has the in-depth knowledge and the experience, those teachers should be appointed as the coordinators for the talented students. And maybe because talented students need some extra time. And as Madam has said during the discussion, that the talented students complete the things within 5 minutes. The task is of 15 minutes, they complete in 5 minutes, they look here and there and disturb the other. So it is the responsibility of the teacher, and the school should have a content for feeding them in their free time. Means the teacher should always have a ready-made questions or the tasks which can make them busy in their free time. So that the same time will not require the time beyond the classroom. Within the classroom, when the other children are busy in doing the normal work, those talented students who have already completed the work, they should be given the challenging task to complete. In this way, they will enjoy also, and within the time limit of the schools, the talented students will also get their chocolate, or you can say their dose.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
thank you. Thank you very much. Now, by the time I go to Mr. Arnav, I would like to recognize Mr. Kapil Gupta, Mr. Sanjeev Bhardwaj, Mr. Karan Patil, then Ashwini Jogi, Rohit Kumar, and Akshata Victor, Payal Yadav, Kavita Saini, Pami Kumari, Khushbu Singh, Nitesh Yadav, Arun, Kunal, Bharat, Satyam, Rinku, then Shraddha Prasad, then comes, इनका तो बहुत सारा है, Sajal, then Arzu, then Milan, then Prince, then Samir, then Ashwini, then Sifat Hayat, then Rohit Kumar ji, then Samir, and then Dr. Pushkal Giri. Pushkal Giri ji कल भी आए थे. Okay, great. तो आपको तो क्वेश्चन भी पता होगा मेरा फिर. Okay, Ayush Mishra, and then comes Amitabh Mitra ji, then Kavita Sai Bavsar, then Saklin Ahmed, then Samir Das Gupta, then Shafa Hayat, Roshan Lal, and then Rosie Arora. So hearty welcome to all of you. Nobody is left over. I've got a small question. आज participant कम है, बहुत कम है. जितने प्रोग्राम अभी तक नेक्स्ट एजुकेशन के हुए हैं, उनमें से आज पार्टिसिपेंट सबसे कम है. तो कहीं मेरे में ही कमी है कोई, मुझे लगता है, या मेरी टीम में कमी है, या नेक्स्ट एजुकेशन की टीम में कमी है, कहीं ना कहीं, that we have not done our homework.
Actually, sir, कल रात को 11 बजे लिंक आया है. So we couldn't inform to the students, and
so I would request the person who is coordinating from ICSI and the person who is coordinating from next education, please do your homework properly. I'm not very happy because the thing is, my time is money. And I'm doing this program free of cost, complimentary, globally, because our chamber takes care of the non-resident Indian, and we brought Bharatiya Parvasi Divas to India. And if we are taking 30 million people world over, and each NRI costs quite a bit, and I charge 7 lakh of rupees per day if I have to speak on any platform. But I'm doing this program free of cost, and I'm not happy at all, because if participation is not there, then what my principals would say, what my teachers would say, and my children have to be benefited ultimately from this particular panel discussion. I'm not at all happy. I would like to convey to the coordinating teams and the coordinating people, please work hard. I'm not going to take it lightly. I will tell in the public if I'm not happy, because I have got nothing to take at this age, at this stage. At the age of 72, you want to give to the society, you don't want to take from the society. And I come from an armed forces background. I'm a very disciplined soldier. I want to do everything very systematically and very professionally. I don't want to go this way. I'm not at all happy, because I need a participation, because world over, my advisors are watching in different countries. And if they find Indians are not interested to get anything from us, then why are we coming and why are we taking this program ahead? It is better we should call off this program and we should not organize it, because I don't want to do any program half-heartedly. I'm very, very clear about it. I would like to tell in public. That is very important, and everybody should understand that. Okay.
So sorry to say, but the one reason is that also the YouTube link of the program I got.
चाहिए ही नहीं, लिंक नहीं चाहिए ना, लिंक तो शुक्ला जी नहीं चाहिए. ये आसान करने के लिए ही तो YouTube पर आए, because the reason being, Zoom के लिए आप लिंक मांगते हैं. आपको लिंक तो चाहिए ही नहीं कुछ भी. आप सीधा GS मोटिवेटर टाइप कीजिए या डॉक्टर गुलशन शर्मा टाइप कीजिए और YouTube पर आ जाइए.
Okay.
Because I'm getting 400,000 NRIs every day for the program. And that's why, my aim is people from world over, if you will watch Sunday's program, this Sunday, can you believe it? The non-resident Indian, those come from world over, 500,000, 5 lakh log jo jodte hain us program mein. And the gentleman who composed the music for Modi ji, when he went to Medicine Scare for the first time in 2014, he's coming this Sunday at 8 o'clock without charging single rupee. So we all have to be very serious about our work. And जो आदमी अपना काम सही नहीं करता, I don't appreciate that person. It is not good. We are putting in so much of efforts. We need कि बच्चों को फायदा हो, टीचर्स को फायदा हो, सबको फायदा हो. और इस प्रोग्राम के अंदर जो हम शेयर कर रहे हैं नॉलेज एक दूसरे के साथ, हमारा बेसिक पर्पस क्या है? The new education policy should get implemented in the right perspective. Number 2, the teachers and the youth should get empowered. And भारत पुनः से विश्व गुरु बने. तो भारत ऐसे तो विश्व गुरु नहीं बनेगा दोबारा से. Let me tell you very frankly. We all have to work for that. We all have to work very hard for that. And that's what I would like to convey, because let's work hard and let's put in. It should not be that we have to do a program. That's why we are doing this program. I want all my participants, my distinguished guests, those who have come over here, their time is also very, आप लोगों का टाइम भी बहुत कीमती है. आप लोगों ने अपना टाइम दिया, मैं उसके लिए आभारी हूं. But end beneficiary is our universe, our humanity ecosystem, those are in education. They all have to be benefited. That is something. और अभी डॉक्टर मधुमिता जी ने कहा कल रात को 11 बजे तो लिंक आया. So it should be conveyed. People, those are watching, they should understand, those are coordinating this program, whether they are from my team or they are from Next Education. Otherwise, I would like to discontinue with this program. I would not like to go ahead with this program. Okay, let's go to Mr. Arnav Mukherjee. Let's have your views onto it now. Let's proceed further. What is your take and concluding remarks on that, please?
So the topic which was discussed, sir, that do we need a particular counselor? Do we need a particular coordinator to find out the talented students? What I think is that the education system has also changed as per the system of the government. It's no more a time where we can say there is a one-man army process. We are residing in a democratic country. Kids, we are working with the triple C methods: coordination, collaboration system. As Mrityunjay sir has rightly quoted, one counselor is not sufficient enough to groom a talented child, to groom a gifted child. And that's what National Education Policy 2020 has very rightly quoted. Teachers should be trained properly. This sentence has been several times quoted. Teachers should be trained properly, be it curriculum should be refined, should be remodeled, new things should be again planned out, new things should be included. So all total, the main point is that each and every teacher now have to be the counselor, coordinator, principal in their own classroom. They must have the capacity and the capability to judge the talent of a child. And now the other panelists, what they quoted, that activity, it's very true. Now nothing can be achieved alone. As we definitely say, together everyone achieves more. When it is a teamwork in the professional area, then same thing happens to bring out a very good output from the gifted and the talented child with the collaborative methods. Whenever any group activity happens in the class, it must be in the collaboration. It must be in the proper, in a group activity. While making a group activity, our teacher must be very much careful regarding how the group should be organized. When we have done our B.Ed, we have learned one thing that is called group dynamics, group dynamism. So it is very much important that how to make a group. What kind of student should be there? Who is going to be the mentor? Who is going to be the leader? Who is going to be the speaker? Or who is going to be the time management? Who is going to take care of the conflict management? Who is going to take care of the project management? In that all total, the student means everyone should be benefited. A very well said just now, sir, you quoted, Gulshan sir, ki there is nothing to take there is nothing to take from the universe now from your side. Now it's the age of yours to give to the universe. Well said. I just want to say one thing. What is the need of a gifted child in this universe? What is the need of being talented? If I have nothing to give, if another person is not benefited by me, if the world is not benefited by me, then being talented is useless.
Yeah,
It's simply meaningless. Now, thing is that I am talented, but my talent should get a proper exposure so that others can get benefited of that. I remember one sentence when I was in my lifetime, when I was in Haridwar for 19 to 20 days. Just we went with the family tour, and we met a person in the Ganga Ghat, and the person said, one quoted in the evening, he is a doctor, and he was sitting in the Ganga Ghat. It was a long discussion, but the sentence the person quoted in the middle, कि आज के the sentence means a lot. If a good person, if a talented student, if a gifted child is not properly nurtured in the class, if not properly kept in a proper team by the teacher, then the gifted child will become, at the end of the day, just like an average child. So the complete thing depends on the dealing of a teacher. So I think first the teacher should be very well trained how to deal with the diamond. Everyone has a neck, but the necklace doesn't suit to everyone's neck. It's well said somewhere. So it is to be important to understand that what kind of necklace is needed for my neck. My neck, in the sense, I can quote with the sentence, my neck is my class. How my class should be organized. What I think, there was a traditional methodology when teacher used to come in the class and they used to say, stand up, good morning, and the class is going to be started. But the days are no more. When the teacher enters, I personally do believe as a principal, as a teacher, in each and every classroom, the sitting arrangements would be different. In each and every class, that every teacher has the right to make a different sitting arrangement in each and every class with a proper group in classroom. Because it is not just fascinating name. If Master Arun is good in mathematics, it's not mandatory that he's going to be good in the geography. It's not mandatory he's going to be very good in the English. So the changing of the places, it somewhere says, changing of the places brings out the proper talent of the child who are talented and who are gifted. So I can only conclude my sentence with the sentence that the only one thing need to be polished as per the National Education Policy 2020 for the gifted children, and that is compact the curriculum and provide enrichment studies. Instead of making teacher-centered education, make it student-centered. Implement a multi-level and multi-dimensional curriculum. That's it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Challenges भी बहुत सारे हैं अभिषेक जी, क्योंकि हिंदी में आपने बोलना है, तो मैं हिंदी में ही आपको तैयार करता हूं। पहले गुरुकुल में शस्त्र और शास्त्र दोनों की शिक्षा होती थी। शस्त्र और शास्त्र, ये दोनों चीजें दी जाती थी गुरुकुल के अंदर, जो हमारी पुरानी परंपरा होती थी। और शिक्षक को ये पता होता था कि किस बच्चे को किस डायरेक्शन में लेके जाना है। भीम के हाथ में गदा देनी है, किसी को तीर कमान देना है, किसी को तलवार देनी है, किसी को भाला देना है, किसी को कोई चीज देनी है। तो शिक्षक उनकी रुचि अनुसार, उनके टैलेंट के अनुसार और उनके योग्यता के अनुसार शस्त्र और शास्त्रों की शिक्षा दिया करते थे। तो आपको क्या लगता है कि अभी हमें न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 और खासकर जिस विषय पर आज हम बातचीत कर रहे हैं उस पर हमें क्या करना चाहिए? आपका क्या टेक है? एंड देन वी विल कंक्लूड द सेशन।
थैंक यू सर, आपने बहुत अच्छा रास्ता मेरे को कुछ बोलने के लिए दिया है। दरअसल अगर हम पौराणिक बातें करें कि हमारे गुरुकुल में क्या होता था, तो उसमें और आज में एक बहुत बड़ा अंतर ये आ गया है कि हमारे गुरुकुल और हमारे शिक्षण के संस्थान तब राज करने वाले लोगों के प्रतिबंध में नहीं थे, और कहीं ना कहीं जो उसमें काम करने वाले लोग थे, जो उसमें गुरु थे या जो उसमें शिक्षक थे या जो उसके प्रबंधन समिति के लोग थे, वो राज करने वाले लोगों की आज्ञा का पालन करने के लिए अनुबंधित नहीं थे। और कहीं ना कहीं ऐसी भी कहानियां हमारे सामने आती हैं कि कोई राजा या कोई मंत्री किसी गुरुकुल में जाता था तो अपने सैनिक, अपना दंड, अपने हथियार और अपने जूते उस गुरुकुल के द्वार के बाहर छोड़कर जाता था, क्योंकि वो अपनी जो उसको सम्मान राजतंत्र से मिला है वो गुरुकुल के अंदर नहीं ले जा सकता, एक शिक्षक के सामने नहीं ले जा सकता। इसलिए वो गुरुकुल खुद इंडिपेंडेंट थे, आजाद थे अपने निर्णय लेने के लिए। आज मुझे लगता है कि वो परिस्थिति आजादी के बाद, जब से हमारा देश आजाद हुआ है, वो परिस्थितियां बदली हैं, क्योंकि वो तंत्र बदला है। आज जो हमारे शिक्षण संस्थान हैं उनके अपने निर्णय लेने के लिए बहुत ज्यादा प्रतिबंध उनके ऊपर हैं, और बहुत ज्यादा मुझे लगता है कि आजादी शिक्षण संस्थानों के ऊपर नहीं है कि वो कोई अपना करिकुलम चला सकें या कुछ अपने निर्णय लेकर के अपने कर सकें। अगर हम एक दो एग्जाम्पल अपने देश में ऐसा लें तो मुझे लगता है कि शायद रामदेव जी ने, पतंजलि ने जो शिक्षण संस्थान शुरू किए हैं, वहाँ पे ऐसा करिकुलम है जो एक वैदिक बोर्ड जिसको आप कह सकते हैं, सीबीएसई और आईसीएसई से हटकर वो वैदिक बोर्ड की तरफ, और अपना करिकुलम उन्होंने खुद सेट किया है, उस हिसाब से वो चला रहे हैं। या साउथ में ले लें, तमिलनाडु में, तो सदगुरु के जो आश्रम है, मुझे लगता है कि उनके भी शिक्षण संस्थान ऐसे हैं कि जो अपना करिकुलम खुद तय कर रहे हैं। लेकिन जहाँ तक बात है प्राइवेट स्कूलों की, तो वो अभी इतने इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं है, और शायद आगे भी क्योंकि तंत्र के हिसाब से ना हो पाए। लेकिन ये जो नई एजुकेशन पॉलिसी आई है इसमें कुछ छूट उनको जरूर मिली है। जैसे अभी तो इसका बहुत ब्रीफ जो नोट्स हैं हमारे सामने एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के आए हैं। जब कानून पास होगा तो बहुत डिटेल में हमको चीजें देखने को मिलेंगी, लेकिन उसमें एक मोटा पॉइंट ये जरूर हमारे सामने आया है कि एक स्कूल अपनी कमिटी तय करके और अपना करिकुलम जो दिए गए नियम है उनके आधार पर तय कर सकता है। तो मुझे लगता है कि वो आधार, वो आजादी जब हमको मिलेगी, तो अगर हम दो चीजों को फोकस करके किसी भी विद्यार्थी की, शारीरिक और बौद्धिक, अगर जैसे कि आपने कहा शास्त्र और शस्त्र, तो ये शारीरिक है और शस्त्र शारीरिक है, और जो शास्त्र है वो बौद्धिक है। अगर हम शारीरिक विभाग को लेकर के काम करेंगे बच्चे की, तो वो उसमें बौद्धिक का भी विकास होगा, और बौद्धिक को लेकर काम करेंगे तो शारीरिक का भी विकास होगा। लेकिन जो हमारा फोकस है वो इन दो मोटे सब्जेक्ट पे जरूर रहना चाहिए कि हम बच्चे के शारीरिक विकास पे भी ध्यान दे रहे हैं और बौद्धिक विकास पे भी ध्यान दे रहे हैं। और इनको आगे बढ़ाने की, दोनों ही चैप्टर्स में आगे जाने के लिए हमारे जैसे तीनों, मेरे पास इतना ना अनुभव है और ना मैं सक्षम हूँ जो चीजें हमारे तीनों प्रिंसिपल्स ने बताई हैं, क्योंकि मेरा एजुकेशन लाइन में एक्सपीरियंस कम है। लेकिन क्योंकि मैं एजुकेशन लाइन के इस पार से अभी अभी इस पार कूदा हूँ, तो मैं स्टूडेंट्स की तरफ से जरूर बता सकता हूँ अपने टॉपिक को लेकर के कि जब हम टैलेंट की बात करते हैं, टैलेंट, दो प्रकार के टैलेंट हम उसमें डिवाइड कर सकते हैं कि एक ऐसा टैलेंट जिसका पारिश्रमिक या जिसका रिस्पॉन्स या जिसका रिवॉर्ड हमको थोड़े समय बाद मिलता है। जैसे कि कोई एजुकेशन को लेकर के टैलेंट है, किसी का मैथ्स अच्छी है, किसी की साइंस अच्छी है, किसी की फिजिक्स अच्छी है, वो अच्छे नंबर लेकर आते हैं, अच्छे उसमें परफॉर्म करते हैं और थोड़े समय बाद उनको पता लगता है कि हाँ ऐसा है। एक टैलेंट है जिसका पारिश्रमिक और जिसका रिस्पॉन्स हमको त्वरित और तुरंत मिल जाता है कि मैंने एक अच्छा गाना गाया और बहुत अच्छी तालियां बजी और मुझे पता लग गया कि वो गाना अच्छा था, या मैंने बहुत अच्छी कविता सुनाई, या मैंने बहुत अच्छी एक्टिंग करी और तुरंत ऑडियंस के रिस्पॉन्स से मुझे पता लग गया कि हाँ उसमें कुछ बात थी। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो ये त्वरित रिस्पॉन्स वाली चीजें हैं, इसको लेकर के बहुत अर्ली एज में बच्चे शाय रहते हैं, बहुत शाय रहते हैं। अगर हम अपनी बात भी ले लें और अपने जो पढ़ाई के दिन हैं उनको भी याद करें, तो हमको भी ऐसा लगता है कि यार हम ये कर सकते थे, लेकिन केवल एक शाइनेस के चक्कर में हम नहीं कर पाए, या किसी ने, वो कहते हैं एक आइस ब्रेकिंग सेशन हमारे साथ नहीं हो पाया, तो शायद हम नहीं कर पाए और वैसी गाइडेंस भी हमको नहीं मिल पाई। जैसे मैं अपना एग्जाम्पल लूँ तो मैं शायद बचपन में लिखना मैंने शुरू कर दिया था और मैं हिंदी की कविताएं लिखता था, लेकिन चारों तरफ से माहौल ऐसा था कि एमबीए करनी है, एमबीए करनी है, तो स्कूल में ही कॉमर्स की तरफ में चला गया और उसके बाद मैंने एमबीए ही किया और लिटरेचर का पार्ट धीरे धीरे मेरे से छूटता चला गया। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि उस समय अगर कोई मेरे साथ वो आइस ब्रेकिंग सेशन कर देता, मैं भी शायद था कहीं कविता बोलने में या कहीं किसी को बताने में। और अगर मुझे आज, मैं अपने स्कूल में ऐसे बच्चे तलाशने की कोशिश करता हूँ कि किसी में ऐसी प्रतिभा है पर वो शाय है और नहीं कर पा रहा है, तो उसको थोड़ा सा रास्ता हम दिखाने की कोशिश करें। थैंक यू।
ठीक है, थैंक यू। कविताओं की जब आपने बातचीत की, तो भारत के शिक्षा मंत्री जो है उनका नाम तो डॉक्टर रमेश पोखरियाल है, लेकिन जो निशंक साथ लगता है वो बेसिकली बिकॉज ऑफ हिज literary poetry and all that what he has taught, and that is the thing which comes.
सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू, जस्ट मेरे को एक बात याद आ गई कि कल हमारे शिक्षा मंत्री जी को इंग्लैंड का, लंदन का एक वातानियान पुरस्कार है जो बहुत प्रतिष्ठित पुरस्कार है और भारत में बहुत चुनिंदा लेखकों को मिला है, तो कल उनको वो भी मिल रहा है। और उस पुरस्कार को मिलने की खुशी में आज हरिद्वार में एक गोष्ठी का
आयोजन
कर रहे हैं।
Okay, wonderful. Heartiest congratulations. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, Pradeepa ma'am, before we conclude this particular session, there's something very important for you. Next Education has got a wonderful solutions. When I have gone through the entire pedagogy, andragogy, solutions, everything, you are facilitating the teachers also, you are facilitating the students also. At any point of time, anywhere we can come to know, parents also know about everything and all that. Now, I was just thinking, there's a beautiful arrangement, even the questions which are being given, once again, it is given as per their intelligence. I have gone into the depth of the whole study. When I studied before taking up this particular webinar series, complimentary with Next Education, I really appreciate the amount of efforts when people might have not even thought of getting into the software and getting into the IT and all that. What we are trying to bring it now, e-Pathshala and we are trying to say MOOC and other kind of things and all. It's a wonderful work which has been done. I saw science, commerce, mathematics, everything I've seen over there and all that. Now, what do you feel should be done basically to empower the counselors, basically to deal with this extra brilliant children? Somebody has already made a mention कि new education policy में there is a 4-year B.Ed which is coming now, so 4-year time will be dedicated. So kaha B.Ed 1 year hota tha, then it has gone to 2 years, now it has come to 4 years. It's a very good step, very healthy step. What do you feel maybe next education also further can do some research and they can further work on to that, particularly for the special talents? And I will move from the skill, and जो शुक्ला जी ने भी पहले use किया था talent, and then he used a skill. And I would like to share with all of us, those are watching this particular program. In 1994, we brought India's first finishing school for service industry to India. आज जिसको आप soft skill बोलते हैं, etiquettes, manners, gesture, body language, articulation, personality enhancement, confidence building, critical thinking, logical thinking, analytical thinking. These all are in my cerebrum and they are on my fingertips because we brought them way back in 1994 with the help of the non-resident Indians right from Silicon Valley and a couple of other places from world over. Now we have moved one step ahead also. Talent से हमने skill को जोड़ दिया. Skill से अभी एक step और आगे आ गए. There is something known as competences. The word which is now nobody uses in America a word called skill. कि such and such has got this skill or acquire this skill. No. From skill you have moved ahead now. जैसे पहले होता था customer care, फिर होता था customer service, फिर होता था customer delight. अब नया वर्ड है मार्केटिंग में amaze the customer. That means the customer has not even thought of it and you give it to the customer. So what do you think should be the take for these talented children? Pradeepa ma'am. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Pradeepa ma'am. Can you hear me? I can't hear you, Pradeepa ma'am.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you, Pradeepa ma'am. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. So first of all, thank you so much. Like I'm so happy that, a personality like Gulshan sir, who have gone through next education products, and you are giving such a wonderful insight, and getting a review from a person kind of you is like being a delight for us. First of all, as you said, so next education, what all the products we bring, everything will be like end-to-end solution, right from we are catering to all the stakeholders, right from management, teachers, principals, and students, and for the teachers, right? So when we thought of making a product, it should be addressing all kind of stakeholders, right? So that is the one thing. And the second question what you asked is how are we catering to the gifted students, or what is the take for them, right? For the gifted students, what are we going to do for them? So if you take any of our products, you can see that we are catering right from all the students. It's like from the lower order thinking skill to higher order thinking skill is what we are catering. That is the first thing. And our curriculum or the products what we have, it has the flexibility, right? So what to say, teachers can provide the opportunity to quickly complete the required curriculum, and we are giving a lot of activities for the child, to have more enrichment activities that address their specific cognitive needs. So that is what we are focusing, like real life applications. And when a student, just an example is like when the student is completing, we will be providing extra real life applications, so which will help the child to think on this, problem solving skills or higher order thinking skills. That is how, that's the first part what we do. And we give all the flexibility. The curriculum or the product what we give is not completely rigid. It's completely flexible according to the student. That is like completely like flexible.
Thank you.
So The last question which you asked, I was not pretty clear. Can you please repeat your question, sir?
I will take it. I'll take it next time. In fact, I have gone through the whole product and services in detail. My basic question was that a lot of homework this new education policy 2020 has given to next education also. You're already doing a wonderful job, but at the same time now, maybe some additional product and services we have to bring into our system in near future. Basically, maybe to equip the counselors, maybe to equip the principals, because government has told now that principals will also undergo 50 hours compulsory training every year along with teachers. So there are a lot of new things which are coming in the education ecosystem. It's a wonderful thing which is coming through. Maybe some additional product or services, the range of yours, or maybe some ingredients within the existing products also will increase in near future. I've gone through, I've studied, it is such a wonderful packaging which has been done. Already it has been taken care of as far as special children, special talented children, because if a same class is there and the questions has to be given, then there is a qualitative and quantitative factor, which I saw for the first time in next education, that you give a question to a child to the capability of a child. That is wonderful arrangement which has been done. When I saw, I was amazed. I said, how it has come? And then I inquired, how old is next education? So when nobody thought of all those services at that point of time, but now with the new education policy, where the teacher accountability is going to increase, because our entire education is now going to be learning centric, not teaching centric. Earlier, the teacher used to be the center stage, standing in front of blackboard, like somebody made a mention, good morning, and say, and coming to the class and everything starting over there. Now, everything is becoming learning centric. Everything is becoming learning centric. And I personally feel teachers' accountability is going to increase multifold, but we have to do hand holding, because we don't want to lower the strata or the position of our teachers. I think once again, we have to regain their position. They got to be better paid. And if you ask my heart, the teacher who is handling children up to the age of 9 or 10, right from the childhood, they should be highest paid in the, not only in India, but world over, because ours is a global chamber. We are not talking about India alone. We are talking about all these pedagogies to be taken globally. So with these words, my deep thanks and gratitudes to all of you. Thank you very much. It was wonderful to have all of you, and stay safe. Cases should not rise in India, and take care of everything. And मधुमिता मैम, छठ पूजा की आप लोगों को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. शुक्ला जी, आपको भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. अर्नब जी, आपको भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Pradeepa ma'am, all the best. Abhishek ji, I think, has gone for the Honorable Education Minister function to Haridwar. So with these words, we come to the closing. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sir, one more thing. Sir, one thing. This is the beauty of our secular country. I am Bengali, but I am celebrating Chhat like anything. So
God bless you. God bless you. God bless.
And you people bring all together this togetherness.